Streat Beat. I'm your host, Karen Carter. Today, we're going to give you some tips of all kinds to help you negotiate the holidays and the end of the year. While many businesses are winding down at this time of year, our next guest says that this is the perfect time to outline your plan to move your business forward in the next year. Joining us now is Lynne Golodner, a business development expert and author of several books on the topic, including this one, Stand Out from the Crowd. The Your People Guide to Beside the Box, Funky from the Heart, DIY marketing, PR, and social media. Lynne, welcome to Streat Beat. Thank you for being here, and quite a book here.
Thank you for having me. Yes, it's quite a long title, isn't it?
Yes, it sounds like you really cover a lot, though. What are some of the key things to building your business?
Well, this book that we put out is about PR, social media, and marketing, and sort of a quick do-it-yourself approach, because we really believe at my company, which is Your People, that there are certain things that every business owner can do in the normal course of business to help their business grow and maintain consistency and brand awareness. And then there are other things that we're hired for, bigger projects, longer term things that a business owner is too busy to take care of. So that's what that book looks at.
Okay, and so what are some of the things that people can do themselves?
Absolutely. Well, there are 3 tenets to building business, and this is what I tell everybody. They start with storytelling, knowing your message, what you're all about, what makes you different from the competition and other businesses out there, and then telling that story to the right people. So then the second point is relationships. Who are you building strategic relationships with that are mutually beneficial, and how are you feeding those relationships? And then the third part is higher purpose. So what does your company or your business do that's making the world and the community around you a better place? And so when you look at those 3 categories, there are all kinds of little tasks you can do day to day. Social media plays into that, so interacting online with people, updating your website, sending out emails, phone calls, thank you notes, all different little tasks that could be a day-to-day project that just nurture those relationships and help you to stay in front of people.
So those are all part of building your brand.
Absolutely.
And how do you stay specific, I guess, to your brand and, you know, not start branching out too much where it gets overwhelming?
Absolutely. One of the things that, you know, we're talking about is how do we plan for the next year? And if you want to grow, it's really imperative that you outline exactly how you want to grow. Is that a dollar amount? You want an increase in revenues of $100,000, or you want 3 new clients, or if you're a store, you need to have 10 clients a day coming in. And the more specific you can get, the more likely you are to achieve those goals. So this time of year is great for me because as people are taking time off on vacations and for holidays, I sit down and I create PR plans and marketing strategies for my clients for the next year. And we look at, you know, what are we going to do month by month, project by project. If I can, I'll put timelines on there. So if there's a press release going out, when will that be? When will we start to do interviews for it? Who will we contact? The more specific you can get, the more likely you are to get there.
Okay, and so companies' values and culture is also very important, part of probably being specific and really zoning in. Can you speak a little bit more on that subject?
Sure. You know, hiring for values and running your business according to your values is a really important concept that is hard to put your finger on. A lot of us get into business because we love doing what we're doing, and so we say, okay, I'll open my own business. And we don't always sit there and say, well, how am I different? Or what's important to this business? What's the culture? Places that are great to work have usually a defined culture, and people are hired according to that, and they all fit together, and it feels like a community. So one of the things that I do with businesses is we go back to that storytelling concept, and we articulate, you know, who are you, and what are your values? And then we look at, are you doing everything according to your values? So if it's a value to be optimistic, or to think outside the box and really take risks, are you actually doing that in the actions that you're taking for your business?
Mm-hmm. And how do you keep with that consistency then to stay with that type of culture and to continue that way.
Sure. That's why I'm such a big planner, that that comes into play, and it's really helpful for staying consistent. So when you're trying to build your business, nothing good happens overnight, and it's the kind of thing that needs nurturing on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis, and that's where consistency comes in. Having a plan or a roadmap makes sure that we'll get there, because we're either working in our business, doing the day-to-day tasks, or we're working on our business. And for small business owners, and especially nonprofits with small budgets, you're often wearing both hats. So for consistency, if you have a plan and you know that every week you're sending out an e-blast, then you know that's coming, and you can maintain that brand awareness in front of the people receiving it. Same thing with the culture, is that if you know that it's a value to be encouraging professional development, then maybe you do your planning and you say 4 times a year, we're going to offer seminars or workshops for our staff so that they feel like they're growing and they can really enhance their skills. And you plan that out so that it doesn't get away from you and the year has ended and you haven't done it.
And real quick, what would be your one piece of advice then for people at the end of the year, you know, helping their business to get through to the beginning of the next year?
Well, I think the one thing that would be most important, if you can make a resolution for business growth, is to set aside a specific amount of time. Maybe it's 1 hour a day, half an hour a day for business planning. And it's the same time every day, and you sit down and you take a look at, you know, what am I doing to grow this business? How am I being strategic? And that's your check-in time. And I think that's really crucial.
Great. Thank you so much for all the information and for being here. And for more information, please visit ppl.com. That's our show for today. I want to thank all of our guests for coming to the show, and we'll see you next Saturday at 8:30 a.m. on Streat Beat.